What caught your eye more, the number of home runs in the first half or how far these home runs have gone?
I would say it's the number, but it's also the distance that a lot of the non-6'7", 280-pound guys are hitting it. To me, the bigger surprise is not that Stanton and Judge and Bellinger and Bohr and Moustakas and the guys that are in this derby have hit the home runs. It's the idea that, Altuve, who's a great hitter, but Altuve is driving the ball all over the place now for home runs. And a lot of the, even in recent days here, Pedroia is getting hot for the Red Sox. I think the fact that the guys who aren't home run hitters are hitting home runs, the 7, 8, 9 guys, not to mention George Springer has become Ricky Henderson and Charlie Blackmon is Ricky Henderson. The number of home runs from leadoff hitters this year is astronomical. We're going to end up with well over 6,000 home runs, which we've never done before. And after yesterday, we were, as a sport, ahead of last month's pace, which broke the previous month's record. Now, you do have 3 days off here for the All-Star break, so that we may not see a record fall this month. But I think it's the other guys, the smaller guys, who are hitting the home runs that probably surprise me more in the total.
I don't know if we've softened our stance on this of, wanting to find out why and PEDs and all of the, because it feels like the voters, Hall of Fame voters, have softened their stance on, Barry Bonds or Roger Clemens. And not that we should and look, turn a blind eye to this, but we're not beholden to baseball records like we once were because we were fooled once before. We're not going to be fooled again. How does that factor in on how people view the numbers that are put? Judge is putting up incredible numbers here. Do you think people look at Judge and go, that's real, or that's a great story, or you know what, I just want to be entertained? I don't know if we've changed how much we've changed in the last 15 years.
I think in Judge's case, the same way you are with LeBron or Durant, when somebody is seemingly more physically gifted, or Tom Brady's age allows you to sort of marvel at something he's doing that others at that age aren't. In Judge's case, the dude is LeBron. I mean, he's 6'8", 280, which is a basketball player or a tight end playing baseball. So I do think there's a marvel factor to it. I don't think the narrative today falls back on the performance enhancing. I don't think there's a lot of eyebrows raised. I think there's probably, in at least speaking with people who do watch the game, some level of acceptance that, there are going to be cheaters, but I do think that with the improved drug testing and guys getting banged for half the season, there is, I think, a general acceptance, right or wrong, that the guys that are doing the home runs to the level that they're doing it are likely clean, that there are other factors going into this. And I do think a lot of times now we're falling on the baseballs wound a little tighter. The guys are physically stronger. The relief pitchers, especially the middle relievers and back-end guys, throw it harder. And, ball hits bat harder, it flies further. I don't think that people have that same concern or maybe care, to your point, about who and if anybody is trying to beat the system using performance-enhancing drugs.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.